Hello everyone, my name is CantDoGames and welcome back to the channel. I've got a new idea for a series today. It's going to be called Is This Game Any Good? You ever had that problem when you are sitting there on your homepage of your Steam or Epic Games Store and you see some early access games that you have to pay for, but aren't free. They look good, the trailer looks cool, the reviews are okay, but then you play it and you hate it. And then you realise you can't even get your money back on it because you've gone past the limit of how long you can refund it. So you sit there stuck with loads of games in your library that you can't play or you won't play because they are really bad. And so I basically review the game for you so I take a look at the game, give you my honest opinions, and then you can go from there if you want to play it or buy it yourself and play it. Today's first video is Stranded: Alien Dawn. You might have heard of this one. It is a survival strategy type game, sort of like rimworld but 3D. Sit back and enjoy, and let's see if Stranded: Alien Dawn is any good. Alright, if this is the game graphics, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Ooh, well, let's go new game then. Before jumping into the world of Stranded Alien, consider familiarising yourself with the game mechanics. Nah. Oh, hello. Oh, I get to choose my survivors. One thing I learned, do not play with this setting. If you're new at a game that is a simulation like this, you should keep with the default survivors if it's your first time playing a sort of game like this. I was a dum-dum. I shouldn't have done this. I like that you can choose 4 people that have different traits and all can't do combat, some that can. I like that you got that decision. So you get to choose who your survivors are. That's pretty neat. Loading time. I'm understanding it might be slow. I am recording this. Oh, here we go. Oh. Well, first off, mouse. Cursor, why are you there? Is this a cutscene? Yes, it is a cutscene. And we are dead. Okay, we are. Okay, we should start scavenging. Okay. So it is like how Civilizations is in a way, but made very more. Yeah. So let's go cut that. I need some trees, so let's go over there and get you cut. Let's fast forward time. I'll probably start building over here. Oh, here we go. Hints such as this one will be displayed throughout your game. Whenever you need a hand, you can turn them off and on from the gameplay section. Meltdown occurred when happiness survivors get too low and stay like this for a while. During the meltdown, okay, you can attempt to knock out the survivors. Alright, okay. So while he's doing that, we should get a campfire going. Put that there. Make a sleeping arrangement. Laura is idling, survivors are ready to take on these activities. Okay, cool. Farming. We should probably get to doing that then, I guess, shouldn't we? Small drying rack. No. Don't know what that was, but alright. Research station. Research, yes. Metal refinement, lighting rod, tailoring weapons, construction basis. That would be good. Let's get that. Electric grid, wooden foundations. Tailoring. Maximum of 1 day and all that's going to take. Alright, okay, that's cool.
1 hour later.
So after playing the game for an hour and a half in a way, what we'll say about Stranded: Alien Dawn is the game looks beautiful. I love the graphics and all that, and the designs. It's all beautiful. It is basically identical as rimworld, really. So an hour of game time passed, and to give it time to get into the game, see most of the mechanics. I noticed that they haven't added or anything like for newer people. I know that this game is meant to be how you survive. It's a simulator. I would like to have it would be great if there was some bit of dialogue or something to tell you why this has happened. Like, it just goes straight into the game from the loading screen. No dialogue, no backstory, there's nothing, you're just there. With sort of games nowadays, to keep someone engrossed is mostly the story, of course how the graphics look and if the game actually works. This game, and I don't know if it's because I haven't played many games like this, it seems like they don't really help a new player, someone who's new to the franchise of this type of game. You know what I mean? There's like no indication, no big sign or something because of humans' attention spans, especially with people with ADHD, myself indeed. If there isn't something there that's like telling me, give me just a little bit of a direction, it's like what? And instead we get these like hot bars on the sides that once you look to it once, it vanishes. That's a problem, because what if you actually move your mouse, it's going to vanish, it does for some reason. Or I just have it on a setting that was wrong, but I don't know. I've looked, couldn't find anything, like any other ideas, and the gaming hints are enabled, but I didn't see any indication of it, or I'm just blind, because even looking back at the recording, I can't see any, video. I can't see anything like that indicates that I'm doing something right or wrong. So when I got a bit further into the game, I started building up my research. I like the concept like you build up research and then find this, but it's weird. It's like you had to get hay, and it's like when I harvest tall grass like it told me to, I didn't see the hay go up till like 4 minutes into finding the tall grass. So it's like 4 minutes later, that's when I got hay. It's like, okay, why did it take so long? I've even got like it on full, like the speed on full, because trust me, if I didn't have it on full most time, I would have been sitting around twiddling my thumbs watching something on TV. And then I realised, and I researched the weapons, the weapon skill and the research table for the weapon craft, but then I couldn't find it in the menu. I looked, and I swear I looked in each one, didn't see it. So I was like, okay, how the hell do I make a weapon station? How do I do this? I need some defenses. And it's like, then I get attacked by these by the bugs that's in the trailer. No indication they came, they just showed up. And I'm just sitting there with not even a fully defended place, with building materials that I only just got like a minute before this attack happened. So that's a bit bad on their thing. I think they should have, it's in early development, still early access, so I think they should have add a warning thing, like a warning type sign. Maybe that's what the watchtower was for, but to get the watchtower you need to be able to get the foundations and stuff like that. But I do think this is because also me choosing the wrong survivors, because they all have traits, of course. Keeping a default might make this tutorial easier, but for a new player who doesn't know, and come on, we all do, we all look at like the default and go and then so we do our own idea, and yes, it ends up with our own unique gameplay. Someone else could play this and have a great time, but it really just wasn't for me. Sorry, it just wasn't. But all in all, I'll say if you love games like Civilization, Age of Empires, stuff like that, yeah, this is probably a game for you. But for people that have a very short attention span and all that, it's too slow. Even with the ability to fast forward it and pause it and all that, it feels slow, and it feels like it drags, and it feels like, yeah, the more you do, more things are going to happen, yes, but that's the money grabber. And I know games nowadays are made for money grabbing. I don't think they should be. Games should be made because they want to be told a story and for someone to enjoy it and have entertainment from it. It's basically how a storyteller would be, but through gaming now, and you are the character and the game plays a story. When you want to have to do your own stories like this and all that, when just random things happen at random events, yes, I understand that, but to have it feel like it does take an hour just to get a fire probably going wherever you've spawned, and you don't have any backstory of what the fuck is going on, it's just bad writing. But I know that these games are meant to not have a story. They are meant to play out like normal simulations of life. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. So sorry, that's a no from me, but that's my own optimistic opinion. I'm just not used to these games. And that was today's Is This Game Good? Quote. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Ciao.